What is going on, guys? Back with another video. Whilst the market remains very quiet, there are some very good meme coins which have massive upside. And today, guys, I believe I've found a very new project which has massive upside, a very good narrative, and it is performing extremely well. So it's up massively, but I still believe that there's a lot of growth potential still in this project, and it fits very nicely into this whole NFT narrative, the likes of Doggo, the likes of Pandu, Pudgy Penguins. And I think this one has something which is unique in comparison to the other projects. So essentially, this is called Furbu Furbies. This one is basically based on a very famous toy back in the 90s, guys. You might remember this. This toy was very popular. A lot of people used to own these, and it just had sort of like worldwide adoption in terms of people buying this, right? And people are actually reselling them on eBay for a lot more because obviously when people remember OG, things, toys, essentially, people can basically resell them later on. So this had millions and millions, of people who had one of these toys. And I think this narrative of this whole NFT aspect is something which could be really big. Website is very good looking. If you notice, the background of this is in the fur of the toy and also within the Solana colors as well. So you can see here, every generation had its icon. Now the 90s Furball is reborn on chain. Furbu is back this time to fluff up your wallet instead of your toy shelf. So, for retail who come in, this is the type of project that people look for because if people have had this toy, which millions and millions of people have had, they will be very likely to potentially get into this meme coin, right? Which is probably why it's performing very well currently. Already has over 1,000 holders, and this thing is a day old. So obviously, guys, it's very high risk. It's a new project, but the growth that has been seen with it, the fact that it already has 1,000 holders, is pretty impressive. So you can see here about Furby. Furby is not just a meme coin, it's a movement inspired by the nostalgic, quirky, and lovable creature from the 90s. Furby represents fun, community, and the unstoppable power of internet culture. So that's something which I think is big. The fact that it already has that USP, that brand, that people are going to relate to. Example, people who've got the toy, even people who don't have it. For example, I didn't own one, but I still see the growth, the potential because of the community. That internet culture is very powerful when it comes together. So very interesting project. What else I was impressed by when I had a look? The roadmap is pretty impressive for, again, such an early project. You can see here phase one, which is obviously birth of the project, making the website, the social media. So in terms of the website is very high quality. I like it a lot. And then going forward, obviously I think they've applied for some listings as well, on CoinGecko, on CoinMarketCap. And going forward, they also have plans to release an NFT collection as well, which I think could be very big because of how unique the project is. I think the NFTs for this can perform well because if they can do it similar to what the toys were back in the day, this could be pretty big in my opinion. And then also they've got plans for merch, which is good. Merch of this could do really well. When you just acknowledge how well the toys have done. And then obviously centralized exchange listings. And then going forward, also plans for some governance as well. And then obviously, for phase four, plans for potential, tier one listings, but then also having events in real life. So, if the team, play this right, you can see the artwork is really good as well. I like it a lot. And when the NFTs come out, guys, market might seem quiet now. You might be bearish. You might think it's not going to come back. This is exactly the time that you should be finding these solid projects, right? And there's no denying that meme coins are the hottest narrative, guys. Always hold utility plays, but projects like these do have the potential to be big. So you can see here, they've applied for, CoinGecko, which is very good for such an early project. You can see their active engagement's pretty good for such an early project. And I just think if the team remain consistent, put out content like this thing could go viral. This is the type of project that can go viral and get a lot of holders. So this one, guys, obviously has pumped a bit, but I do think this is the one that can go into, massive market cap, right? So very interesting project. I've not seen something like this before. You've got quite a lot of different influencers and people who are starting to keep eyes on this project, and this is one that could really take off very quickly because, as I've said, the fact that it is at this market cap at such an early stage could see some more growth. So of course, do your own research, guys. None of this is financial advice, but make sure to check this project out because, as I've said, it does look very promising. And if you're looking for that type of Pandu, that type of Pudgy Penguins narrative, this one is really good in my opinion. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon for the next video.